Friday lunchtime, out for another 1 hour ruck, and today's video is really, I saw today that I've been doing these rucks now for about a year consistently, just gone past a year of doing this, and probably about a year since I started posting some videos documenting the journey and the progression with my rucking. So I thought I'd make a little video about kind of what things I've learned or things that I've discovered from a year of rucking. The first thing that happened throughout this year is I have lost about 10 kilos of fat off my body, and a lot of that's going to be due to getting out 2 to 3 times a week and doing these rucks with 25 kilos in my backpack for always about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes, sometimes longer. I'd say rucking probably wasn't the only factor in that. I have cleaned up my diet a lot, and I have been doing other activities as well. But even that I can kind of put down to rucking, because rucking was what got me started trying to get fit again. Rucking is what did give me a base of fitness, and that enabled me to start doing other things like get back into weight training, rejoin a boxing club, and do that. And then I picked up running as well, doing my 5k park runs. I also like to do the occasional swim, but those things kind of go up and down. I dial them up and dial them back depending on how they fit into my life. But rucking is something that I always do 2 to 3 times a week. It stays there. It's the consistent cardio and strength training in one that I always do and rely on it a lot now. Because the good thing about rucking is that it's much more demanding and tiring than it looks. You're out walking for an hour, carrying 25 kilos. It's a third of my body weight, so inevitably that leads to much more energy expenditure, a much higher calorie burn, and the added weight is causing all your muscles to work harder. It's giving you that resistance training, which has helped to strengthen up my legs, my core, my back, shoulders, everything that's working harder just to support this weight and carry it over a long distance. So it really does give you a good workout. 1 hour of this is exhausting, but it kind of creeps up on you. You don't feel it until maybe you're about halfway round before things start to burn. And then you have to use your mental resilience and determination just to persist with the walk, keep the weight, and carry it back to where you started. When you take the backpack off, it feels good. Like, you know you've done the work. If you haven't tried it, just go out once with a bit of weight and you'll feel that you did something. And then you can gradually keep putting the weight up. Probably the best way to do it, until eventually you're carrying, up to a third of your body weight for long distance walks and hikes. But despite it being really hard and tiring, the next day I always feel ready to go again. You recover from it really well, as opposed to running or strength training maybe, where you put a little bit more impact on your joints. With rucking, you're quite stable. You do it at a steady pace. You're basically just walking with added weight. If I go for a walk for an hour, I wouldn't expect to have to take a day off the next day to recover. And with rucking, it's the same thing. Despite the fact that you carried extra weight, as long as you're not running and putting that extra stress and impact on your joints, the next day I always feel ready to go. Like, I don't need much recovery to do a lot of rucking, therefore I can be more consistent with it. Whereas with running, from my experience, and even now being quite fit, when I do my 5k park run on a Saturday and I push myself quite hard, I'm doing them around 20 minutes and 6 seconds is my best. The next day I'll have a lot of lactic acid and everything will be a little bit sore and need a day or two to recover. But I don't get that with rucking. Rucking is easy to recover from. Because rucking is walking, only carrying the weight, you're still just walking. The pace is slow. It gives you time to think. I like to do rucking without any music or headphones. Occasionally I listen to a podcast, but in general I like to go without and just concentrate on the walk and let whatever thoughts come into my head that want to be there. And that's when I'll have like ideas or think about things that are important and reflect on stuff. So rucking gives you that time to kind of think, which is great for your mental health and all of that sort of stuff. Just gives you time to process the day and what's going on in your life. And since I started rucking, my views on fitness have definitely changed, and I'm not just solely focused on how I look. It's more about being ready for life and just in general strong, but not in a bodybuilder, big muscles way. I just mean strong in like being able to go for long walks and not get tired, being able to carry your kids on long walks if you need to. Being mentally resilient as well, because it's not easy to carry a weight like this for a long time. You will feel it in your legs, you will feel it in your shoulders, you will want to put it down. But you build up this resistance, you build up your endurance mentally and physically to be able to just carry the weight. And I'm pretty busy. I've got a demanding job as a software developer, and I've got my wife and 3 kids and a dog to look after, house to renovate. There's always plenty to be doing in life, and it's hard to fit in as much exercise as I would like and still spend time with your family and everything else. And the good thing about rucking is if you're in that sort of position where you don't have much free time, rucking fits in really well. Like, you can just go out for a walk with your wife and kids, take the dog, take the pushchair, and we're going at a walking pace. So you're getting in a great workout whilst just walking. If we were running, they wouldn't be able to keep up. And I can make it as heavy or light as I want, depending on how far we're going and what we're doing. Whether that's just going out for a dog walk or walking up to the park with the kids or anywhere else. I've even at times been able to just take this backpack to work as part of my commute. So I'll walk 20 minutes to the station and carry the bag, 20 minutes home from the station later on, and you've got 40 minutes of exercise done and fit it into your day. There's loads of ways to incorporate rucking into your life. So people are missing out on it if you think you've only got kind of sports and running and stuff to get cardio in. Rucking's a good fit. And I don't think it requires huge amounts of motivation to do rucking. Like sometimes in the past, whether it's weight training or running, my motivation comes in waves. I'll be really keen for a while, I'll make good progress, and then something will happen in life that distracts me from that, takes me away from it, and the mental effort to get back into it is always quite high. It becomes a bit of a barrier to get started, and you lose your progress and you reset back to where you were. Even if I lose my motivation for weight training, running, sports and stuff, I stick to rucking because it is easy, as I said, just to put the backpack on and go for a walk, walk the dog, do the things that you normally do in life. Just put the backpack on, take it with you, and you'll soon realize that rucking enables you to stay consistent even when you're not that motivated. So because of that, because rucking's always there, it's enabled me to not lose my progress. And then when the motivation comes back, I've been able to keep going and bring in other activities and build a fitness lifestyle around it. It's really enabled me to change my life over the last year. It's been a gateway to a fit and active and healthy life. So really my message to anyone out there who's thinking of starting rucking is to just do it. Like, forget a backpack, put some weight in it, put it on and just get out there and start rucking. And a year from now you'll probably be lighter, fitter, stronger and more mentally resilient.